Are we rolling?
Action.
Okay. Mama. A word that we all know, a word some of us hear 1,000 times a day, and some are anxiously waiting for.
It's a title accompanied by immense joy, deep loss, and hearty laughter.
I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Maren.
We love mamas, and we love your strength and your sacrifice. We honor your easy days and the days where you hide in a closet.
Because we have them too.
We know that moms need moms, and that's where we come in.
And the best part is, you can show up in your messy buns and sweatpants and we'll never know.
In fact, we're probably in ours too.
We hear you and we want to connect with you. This is your community.
So welcome to our sisterhood.
Welcome to our circle.
Welcome to the Mamahood. Hey mamas, welcome to the first official episode of the Mamahood podcast.
I'm Maren Aubrey here with Aubrey Grossen, and we are your hosts. I am a motherhood writer and the host of the Both of Us podcast. Aubrey is the creator of the Mamahood blog, and we are so excited to combine our experiences and bring a new and refreshing asset into your life.
We love mamas, and we love everything that you do. We know that your days are long, and sometimes like a chat with other adults is the only thing that can get you through. So we hope to be those mom friends for you throughout your day. We'll be chatting a little bit about real topics, the good, bad, and ugly involving motherhood.
We are younger moms, and by that I mean like we have kids all under the age of 5. So we will be primarily focusing on those topics that are constant in these early years of motherhood, or what we like to refer to as the trenches. We'll be having tons of guests too, moms just like you, and we'll also be sharing our own personal and helpful motherhood stories and tips as well.
So just a little bit about us. Maren, how about you start us off?
So I have been married to my husband, Dallin, for about 4 years. And we have Hudson, who's about to be 3, Henry, who's about to be 2, and they're 11 months apart. So we have Irish twins, and then a baby girl.
So we've been married about almost 7 years this year. That's crazy. We have a little 5-year-old, and then we lost a couple of babies in between, and we have a 1-year-old and a 4-month-old. So almost Irish twins on this side too. Okay, Mare, so you're nearing the end of your pregnancy. What would you say has been the hardest part about pregnancy so far? I mean, I feel like you've been pregnant
every day.
Like the past 3 years.
The hardest part about pregnancy, I mean, it's, and I try to be so careful about this because I know like being able to conceive and have a healthy pregnancy is such a gift, and I just want to like express how grateful I am.
Totally.
But that doesn't mean it doesn't suck sometimes.
I know.
And I think the hardest, I mean, I get pelvic problems because my pelvic bone is too small, and then but probably the hardest
because you're tiny.
So are you. We are a combined 10 feet, just so everyone can imagine how
so
short
true.
we are. We're both like 5 feet tall. So I think the exhaustion and then the preterm labor this time around have been the hardest for me.
Yeah,
like
totally.
3rd pregnancy, so being pregnant with 2 kids feels pretty crazy,
Exhausting.
psycho. Like, But honestly, I also love it a lot. Did you have pretty easy pregnancies? Hard? What?
Probably pretty similar. I mean, I had a couple miscarriages, so I felt the same way. I felt so grateful for any healthy pregnancy I had. But my heart goes out to those moms that have morning sickness the entire time, because that for me is so hard to be sick on top of trying to take care of kids. So
It's the worst.
I would say that's the hardest part for me.
What has been the biggest surprise in motherhood for you?
I would say I felt like growing up, all I wanted to be was a mom, and I was going to be the best mom there ever was. And I was a better mom when I wasn't a mom, probably, because I just thought I was just going to be this natural at it. So I think the biggest surprise was how unnatural it came to me. Like, I've had to learn how to love motherhood and learn different things and practice at different things and be okay that I'm not perfect in motherhood.
I think mine's really similar in that I'm just better at things that I didn't think I would be good at, and vice versa. Like,
Totally.
I studied child development in college, so I thought I would be like a pro at certain aspects of motherhood that have actually proven to be some of my most difficult challenges. But then pleasantly surprised that some other things came naturally. Being able to understand what your kids need and stuff, like some of those things came easier than I thought.
What is one of your biggest mom fails you've ever had?
Okay, we've been talking about this, how I feel like I consistently fail at being not locked out of wherever my kids are.
This blows my mind because seriously, her kids are like 3 years old. How do they even know how to lock you out?
If I knew how they knew how, then this wouldn't have happened. But I feel like it's happened a lot this year, and it has felt especially, it is so scary. I don't know, but this was in the summer, and so Hudson was like barely 2. I was loading up the car to go swimming, and I hadn't put like a swimsuit cover on over my suit yet because like my garage was closed and I didn't expect this to happen. But
oh no,
as I'm loading up the car, he shuts the door, like the door to my garage, and deadbolts it.
Oh my goodness.
So basically 2 babies are on the other side of my door in my house by themselves. So I immediately freaked out and I called the police because I couldn't get in.
And you're still in your bathing suit at this time.
So that's the thing, is like I was so freaked out I didn't even think about it until the police show up and they like look at me like, what are you doing? Like, you're in
what
a
are you
swimming
wearing?
suit. You just wear this every day?
Just romping around.
And my poor neighbors had probably like a show because I was seriously hysterical, running around my house trying to break into like every door and window in a swimming suit. Oh my gosh,
I'm dying. And you're like bawling.
Oh yeah, I was hysterical. I couldn't see my kids. So we eventually made enough noise at the back door for them to come to the back door. And just the icing on the cake was that my little 1-year-old, like barely able to walk baby, had found a screwdriver and was like sucking on the end of a screwdriver.
Oh my gosh. You're like, I promise this isn't normal.
Like, please put that down. I'm like yelling through the door.
Oh my gosh.
So other locking out situations have happened since then. So I'm just going to say, like, this year, my fail is being locked away from my children. I need to work.
Oh man, I've had so many different fails. There was this one time where, so my 2-year-old, I took him into this really cool butterfly exhibit. To take the busiest 2-year-old into a butterfly museum or exhibit was not the best idea because everyone was kind of swooning over this huge butterfly. So the butterfly finally lands on his hands, and I'm like, this is a moment of teaching, and I can tell him about how he came from a caterpillar and like tell him all these things, and
He can be one with nature.
Yeah, he can be one with nature, and my 2-year-old put both of his hands on each side of the butterfly and just ripped the butterfly in half. Like,
I'm sorry, it's not funny.
It's not funny. Like, laugh it's too sad. Like,
you can choose to laugh or
just
cry.
like, I know, just to the point where the butterfly looked like a caterpillar again. And it seriously made me feel, I was mortified, okay? Like, I was totally mortified. Not only that, so of course, we had the whole audience watching us because that was the biggest butterfly in the exhibit. So, like, what are we supposed to do? I'm just like sick to my stomach, feeling like we just murdered the star of the butterfly show.
You did.
Well, then we go over, I'm like ready to bail, and we start to head out to the other side, and there's this display of like hundreds of flowers and thousands of butterflies. And of course, who knocks over an entire display? I'm talking like stacks of pots of butterflies.
He caused the butterfly apocalypse. In that
seriously did.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Ugh. Today's episode is sponsored by The Baby Cubby, an online and retail boutique that specializes in creating magical parenting experiences. Remember when you were a child and you had that special place where you put all of your favorite things? That was your cubby. As adults, our whole life resembles a cubby. We all have limited time, money, and health. As a child, we would never put something we didn't love in our cubby, so why should that change as an adult? The Baby Cubby helps you to fill your cubby with the things that you love and that matter most, while also giving you the highest quality shopping experience, with features such as Cubby Moms, who are trained and certified to answer all of your questions, certified car seat techs, a kids' play area in the store, rewards, price match guarantees, and free shipping on orders over $25. We personally choose the Baby Cubby whenever we need anything from a last-minute baby shower gift to big purchases such as strollers, car seats, and cribs. You can visit the Baby Cubby in person at their Lehi, Utah location, or if you aren't nearby, you can visit their online shop at www.babycubby.com. And don't forget, free shipping on orders of just $25. I don't think it gets better than that. Okay, back to the show. Okay. My next question is, what did you swear you would never do as a mom that you do all the time?
Oh my gosh, I was thinking about this the other day, actually. So I would say for me, it was when I have a girl, I am never going to put a big bow on her head. Like, she's never going to wear a big bow. And literally the other day, I put the biggest bow on her head, and I loved it. So,
you know what?
I don't know.
Well, look at you. You're like putting bows on her head, and I'm feeding my children McDonald's for 3 meals a day that I swore I would never do. So I think you're a cut above.
Oh my gosh,
there.
McDonald's.
I was like I studied child nutrition. I was so focused on making sure like my children are going to have like the best
green
nutrition.
Smoothies every day.
And now, like, I put my kids in the car, and the first thing Hudson says is, like, fries and chicken, Mom?
Oh, yeah.
So that should give you an insight into how often my children eat fast food.
Oh, my gosh.
That was... Yeah.
We need to have you do an episode on nutrition because we're living off of quesadillas over here. So
I will just say, my children have a food group called Hot Cheese. I'm not kidding you.
Oh, my goodness.
Like, for every meal,
it's so true.
They say... Hot cheese, Mom, and this could mean pizza,
grilled cheese,
grilled cheese,
oh my
quesadilla.
Gosh, it's so true.
And that's what Hudson asks for like every lunch and dinner is hot cheese. And then I can choose from a variety of hot cheese meals, and that's my life.
So true. Okay, what is something you do every day that lifts your spirit?
I love this question. I think it's hard to say if you're a mom of young kids that there's anything you consistently do every single day.
Yeah, true.
But I try really hard to make the best of my mornings. Like, mornings are really special to me, and I feel like if I have some alone time in the morning to like read, connect with God, write in my journal, anything that like makes me feel centered in the morning is imperative to me.
I'm the same way. I think for me, well, right now, I'm not sleeping much. I'm still waking up, feeding my baby, and I think, so my morning routine's a little bit different every day.
Who really has a morning routine?
I know. So for me, I've tried to turn my nursing sessions into like a study session.
I love that because I feel like nursing really is like, it could be such wasted time or such useful time.
It's so true. And I've definitely had wasted time too.
This is like the same question, but a little bit different.
Okay.
What guilty pleasure helps you survive motherhood?
Moving back to Utah has been really bad because you guys have all these like soda shops around every corner. so I've become a little bit addicted to that. And every Friday, I know, every Friday after I do a school pickup, we go grab cookies and drinks, and it's kind of been a fun tradition, but it's also like I'm addicted to sugar. In case you wondered, we're sitting here with cookies in front of our faces.
If you could see us, this is the image I want you to have. Like, we both have sweatshirts on, and we
have like three
like a whole box
cookies.
of giant cookies. So that's
so
us right now. And
it could be Diet Coke and donuts. It just depends on the night.
Guilty pleasure, I would say, like, I've never been like a big TV person in my life. Like, growing up, we didn't have TV.
Yeah.
And so It's actually been new for me since motherhood to like indulge in TV.
What are your favorite shows?
Oh, do I have to share?
Just give one. Are you into The Bachelor right now?
I do like The Bachelor.
Here we are.
But it is a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Like, I know that it's not high quality. It's just sometimes you have to let go of everything on your plate and focus on, like, I love reality TV. And anyone who's come over from my husband and mine, our podcast, you heard our whole episode on reality TV. Like, it is such a guilty pleasure for me. Like, any type of, even if I know it's staged, I just want to watch people like live
interact.
life.
I know. I'm the same way.
I think that's enough for one episode. You've probably heard way too much about us and gotten to know us more than you wanted to.
Or maybe judged us more a little than you wanted to.
Or maybe you feel right at home, and we hope that that's what it is.
Totally. We're so glad you joined us. And if you enjoyed what you heard, will you just do us a huge favor? So it's super easy. All you have to do is just scroll down, subscribe to this podcast, and then leave a review. And if you do that, we would love you so, so much.
We also want to connect with you online. So hop over on Instagram to @the.mamahood to follow along with all the other fun stuff we're doing.
You can also read the show notes for each episode and connect with us over at themamahoodpodcast.com or mamahood.us.
We'd also love to get your feedback by email, and you can email us at themamahoodpodcast@gmail.com.
Okay, and lastly, you guys, we have an amazing giveaway going on right now. We've teamed up with the Baby Cubby. They are amazing. I can't say enough good about them. Their products are unreal. We've come up with an amazing, like, every mom dream prize. You can just find us on Instagram to enter that giveaway. We love you, we hear you, and we're so excited to become friends.
So check in every Tuesday for a new episode, and have a great week. Nailed it! Have you watched Nailed It? Because I love that show.
Oh my gosh, the host of that one.
Nailed it!
She's the best.